So today I'm going to be installing the Stage 3 JBL 607C JBL speakers. They're 250W peak with 50W RMS. The car already has these, but they're really old, so they need replacing as they have both blown. So I'm going to be unboxing them now and then installing them for you. And this is going on a Subaru Impreza WRX 2005 Blob Eye. I'm not going to do the back ones as the back already has them in and they're fine. So it's just the fronts which have blown. I would do a before and after, but obviously it's going to be the same sound anyway, so I'll just do an after. Plus, the old ones don't have any sound anymore as they've blown. So first thing you want to do, if you've got Subaru, is take the door panel off so we can get access to that speaker panel there. The door panel's off. That tweet I'm going to be changing those and changing this just here, which should unscrew from this by this admin block here. So that's what I'm going to remove now, and then we can install a new one. And there are the screws. These are the old ones. It does come with replacement ones, so I will use the new ones. Obviously it doesn't come with this. That's not to worry, as you can just replace that if you need to. Should just come out towards you, and there's the connectors there that we need to remove, and then obviously we'll be adding them back on after. So you got your female and your male connectors there, and that is the old speaker out. Now to put the new one in. Now unboxing the JBL speakers. And here we are greeted with the first one. This is a cover, this comes off. That is what you can put on your door speakers, but it's a lot of messing around, so I am gonna miss that one off, but that is a new one. And here is the old one. They are literally the exact same speaker, just this one is a lot cleaner, and hopefully this one works. I'll put a link in the description for these are quite hard to find, but I did end up finding them. Also comes with this tray of stuff. These parts here are like mountings. Same with this one here, they're just mountings, which go onto these little tweeters here. And it does have a wire. It's basically so you can just mount the stuff. Here's the new screws as well. And of course, the new transmitters, which are already pressed in. You have between 0 dB or plus 2 dB, and that's them there. Basically the exact same as the old ones. This is the old tweeter, and it's just on with double-sided tape. Like on the new ones, they are soldered on here, so I need to take this electrical tape off to be able to put the male and female connectors on, as they are tucked under here, which is a good idea to be fair. And that's what I need to rewrap them in with some electrical tape. I'm just going to remove that now, just so I can remove the old one and then I can install the new one. So very annoyingly, it looks like it's been cut off, which to be fair, this car has been a nightmare for stuff like that. The new speaker doesn't have anywhere to go into. What I'm going to do is either cut these or just put some connectors on them, just so these can go into it without cutting them. But it's up to you which way you do it, depending on what your car is looking like. But that's all it was connected to, so you've obviously cut it before to do that. You can do it like that if you don't have the connectors, but I do, so I am going to add them properly. And just for reference, where this little circle is, where it's just a clear wire, that is the male, and the other wire, which is the black and clear wire, is the female one, just for reference. I don't know if this is going to work, but this is one of the mountings it comes with, so instead of taping it on, I might be able to get that on, depending whether the door panel goes over, but it should, because that handle sticks out more than what this does. So I am going to screw it in and see if it works, but just because it'll be more secure that way. So this is the kit I bought off Amazon, and it's got loads of different heads on it. With the mounting, what I've done, I've put the wire under here, and then they've got like a little bit here at the top and at the bottom, and we've got a little place where it locks in, so you put it up to where it needs to lock, so push it in, and then it's locked in and it can't fall out. It's a much better way than just putting tape on. Don't know why they wouldn't have just done that in the first place. Maybe there was a reason, and then the wire can just tuck down there and go straight into the old wires, which is the good quality speaker wires, which is why I'm leaving them in. All you do is put a screw in the back of there or through there and you're sorted. And that's how that one will mount on. But I'm going to put some wire ends on that now so the male and female connector can go into it. So I've now put the connectors on, I've shrink wrapped them and put some electrical tape around them just to make sure they're properly on. And I've put that in with a screw, that's pushed in, the wires are coming down, and now they just need to meet up to these. And then that will be connected. We need to remove this one, which I'm going to do before connecting that just so it doesn't get confused with this transmitter. So I'm going to put the new one in and then we'll connect those up. To make my life a little bit easier, I put the tape on already, which that has as well. It's double-sided so it should stick on. With these I'm going to do it one by one because it's the same transmitter, but I want to make sure I put every single one on correctly so I don't mess it up. So I'm going to do that now. It shouldn't matter about the way I'm doing it, so it shouldn't blow anything, so it should be all good. So that's what I'm going to do. Obviously it's annoying that the wires have to tuck over, so it'd be better if it didn't have to, but it's nothing major, so I'm just going to copy the way it is before, so it's all good. So let's get started. Just wanna see your face, wanna see your face, 'cause it's the only thing I'm needing now. So what I've done to help myself out is put the tape on already, and I'm doing these one by one, changing it over one by one, just to make my life a bit easier. I did say this already, but the mic was all muffled, so I'm saying it again. And these ones are really easy to do. You just slightly unscrew it and slide it off and tighten it back up. These ones are a bit of a pain because you've got to fully take the screw out, try and get a screw back in at the same time as holding this little circle in. But once it's done, it ain't too bad, and once you get used to it, you kind of just get on with it. But so far it's going well, and I'm just going to carry on doing it now, so I'll be back with you once it's done. So I'm on to the last one now, and I've finally found the right technique to do this. So just unscrew the old one. Put the screw to one side. Obviously that's the old one off now. What you want to do, the easiest way is fully unscrew this, because obviously you have to. What I found is the easiest way is, instead of putting this on and trying to hold it and put a screw in at the same time, is quite literally put the screw into the hole first, like that, so it looks like this. Just get your finger and try and hold it in place. Get a screwdriver and then just screw it down, and it's a lot easier and a lot quicker to do. So that's just a little tip for anyone who doesn't know how to do it. So there you go, and then now that should just stick onto there like the previous one did with a double-sided tape. Doesn't come with any, unfortunately, so if you do want to do that you'll need to get some, but it sticks on there. Tape's off, and now I'm going to stick it back in place. And there you go, this button pushes in and out. You want it pushed in. Well, it depends which way you want it actually, but I prefer it pushed in to get the +2 dB. So that's what I've got, because that's what I've normally have, so I'm just going to keep it to that as I know I like it. Now that that's all connected, it's just a case of adding these together, the tweeters to the tweeter wires, I'm going to call them, and then the main part itself, installing the main speaker. So just push it through like so. Same with the male one, just like that. Make sure you ply them together. And once they're together, to make sure they don't fall apart, you can put some electrical tape around just so they can't fall apart, and then they're more protected that way. So that's what I'm going to do. Once that's done, I'm going to put in the new speaker. So now the wires are no longer exposed and they're all taped up, so nothing can interfere with it. It is all done. All you got to do is put the back wires in, screw it in, and it's done. Plug the male into the male and the female into the female. As easy as that. And if you put it into place, you just screw it back in. The easiest thing you can do is just mark where you want to put the holes. Because obviously you want to make a new hole from the last one, really. because otherwise you're going to have a pain getting them in. So mark your holes, screw them in, and then we should be good to go. Just so you know it's going to be where you want it to be.
Through the clouds, waiting for the sun to come out. Just wanna see your face, wanna see your face.
You do that with the other 4. So tweeters are in, they're connected, transmitters in, that's also connected, and now the speaker itself is in and connected. Obviously you can't put these on, these are for the front of these speakers, but obviously they don't go in as easy as you'd think they would, which is a shame, but it's nothing major because I think it would look a bit weird with that anyway. No offense to JBL, but it's just the style of my car, it's not orange. But obviously that JBL logo isn't dead straight from, I don't think anyway, but it's because there's so many holes in this from previous people using it and bodging it. But now it's actually in properly, and hopefully it's all working and sounds good.
I've been driving through the clouds, waiting for the...
Just to show you I had no complications with putting the door back on and this, I'm going to put it on now so you can see that even with this on, it goes back in fine. Which it has, so now you know if you want to put it on, it will work. So if you want to do that to make it sit better, then definitely try it, or just do what it had previously. Panel is all fixed back together on the door, and it all fits flush and really nicely. For once something has gone really nice, so that's decent. This is a little heads up to that thing. It is so much bigger, so you would have to cut the actual door panel, which to me isn't worth it because I think it just looks a lot cleaner like that. So that's just how I'm going to leave it because it just suits it better, I think. Now for a sound test. And this is the part number on the back if anyone would like the same ones. And this is the box it comes in as well. Make sure you look properly because some of them are 150 or 100 rather than 250. So make sure if you want the same ones, you go for the 250. If you want to look at that, you can pause the video. Right, so everything's done now and we can now test the speakers out. Obviously I couldn't show you before because there was no before because all the speakers were blown. So now we're in the car, and if I start this up, I can actually play some music for you, which is obviously not going to be the best music because it's going to be copyright free, but at least you're going to get an example of what this actually sounds like. So without further ado, let's play a song for you. This is also on +2 dB as well, take that in mind. You can also adjust these settings inside of your stereo unit, obviously, if you do have one, but that is completely up to you. For now, I'm happy with the settings it has. Obviously in person it's going to sound a lot better than it does on camera, but you get an example. Right, so I've got a song ready, and here you go. But there is the sound. The bass is really good on this with +2 dB. I'm not sure what it's like without, but that is it with. Let me know your opinions down below in the comment section. this honestly sounds so good in my opinion, so I'm happy that I stuck with the JBLs. The link in the description will be there for the speakers. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Stay tuned for the next video, and comment down below as well what you want to see for future content, because I want to open up to some new ideas now. The receiver is pretty much nearly done, so what other cars do you want to see on the channel? Let me know and I'll try and make it happen. I will see you all in the next video.